If I needed someone to love, you're the one that I'd be thinking of. If I needed someone, had you come some other day, She loves it when I sing. And by the way, there seriously is a 3-hour video coming up of Jinx sleeping. It's a long story, but it's for people that have trouble sleeping at night. Or just watch one of my other videos and it'll put you to sleep within 5 minutes. Anyway, today I'm ranking the Beatles songs that George Harrison wrote and sang. So not including any cover versions. I did do this video about 4 years ago, but I included just any song that he sang. But these are the ones that he actually wrote, and there are 22 of them. And so I've put them in order, and not from the, it really isn't the worst, it's just the way I word the title to hopefully get a couple extra views. It sounds better. I think it's more enticing to see that instead of least favorite to favorite. So just let me get this out of the way for all of you so you don't attack me. I love every single one of these songs. But I'm going to let you know my least favorite that I love to my absolute favorite. And I would really love your thoughts in the comment section below. And maybe you don't want to do all 22, but if you do, that's cool because I will be reading the comments. But even your top 10 would be interesting, and your least favorite. So we're going backwards. Number 22. You Like Me Too Much. It's a pretty basic song, but George Harrison sings it so well, and it's got a great melody. It's just George would very quickly get better with his songwriting, and that was one of his earliest compositions. But like I said, it's great. Number 21. I think this would possibly be at the bottom for most people, but like I said, I do love it. Blue Jay Way from Magical Mystery Tour. I know some people think it's kind of draggy and boring or whatever, but I love the atmosphere of the song, which goes along with the lyrics, of course. And the don't be long, and it kind of goes on and on. But I love that. Number 20, The Inner Light. No complaints. I love the sitar. I love the intro. I love the lyrics, of course. And I know that, I believe that was one of Paul McCartney's favorite George Harrison songs. I could be wrong, though. I've been wrong once before. Number 19, once again, a pretty simple song lyrics-wise, but it's so catchy. I Need You. Number 18, I, Me, Mine. Number 17, Piggies. I always loved George Harrison's sarcasm and humor in his songwriting. Number 16, I Want to Tell You from Revolver. That's actually a few years back. I Want to Tell You and Love You Too. I just liked them. I wasn't crazy about them, but now I really do appreciate those songs. Number 15, his very first composition on a Beatles album, Don't Bother Me. And that is just pure, even early on, it's pure George Harrison, like I said, with his sarcastic kind of tone. And I couldn't see Paul McCartney writing a song, even with John Lennon called Don't Bother Me. But I could certainly see Even back in the early days of the Beatles, George Harrison saying, "Don't bother me." Number 14, like I said, from Revolver, Love You Too. Number 13, once again with the humor. Eric Clapton was, I guess, really into the chocolates at the time, so George Harrison made a humorous song about that called Savoy Truffle. Number 12, For You Blue, a real toe tapper. I've always, like I said, I really, I don't know if there's different ways of expressing, the love of a song. But I would say after, starting with For You Blue, absolute George Harrison classics. Not that the others aren't great. So Savoy Brown, and, For You Blue is number 12. Number 11, I think that this is another song that might be a little lower on most people's list. But as a kid, I kind of connected with it right away, even though I didn't understand, it was about record publishing and all that. I kind of did get the gist of what he was saying, even as a young kid. Only a Northern Song. Just the way he sings it, and the dreariness, the boringness in his vocals, and it just suited the song. It was great, and I loved the music. Number 10, which I believe would be higher on most people's list, but like I said, I still love it, Taxman, with a killer, actually two, although one's just a repeat of the first, with a killer guitar solo by Paul McCartney. Number 9, If I Needed Someone. These are all just classics and gorgeous vocals with John and Paul. Number 8, once again, back in 1965, I love this song right away, in the fuzz bass by Paul McCartney, Think for Yourself. It's kind of like George saying, "Don't bother me, go think for yourself." Yeah. I thought it was funny. Number 7, once again, see, some of these songs I think I love more than other Beatles fans would. Not that they don't love them, but they have ones that they love more than this. But I've always absolutely loved Long, Long, Long. Number 6, once again, the first time I heard it as a kid when I was 9 years old, it was nobody had ever heard Indian music, sitars and all that. I hadn't, at least when I was 9. And so it was like music from another universe. So it took me a couple of listens to appreciate it. And I love that mid-section with the sitar, just the music. But the whole song is great. And the message, of course, Within You, Without You. Number 5, It's All Too Much. I remember buying the, or somebody bought it for me, the Yellow Submarine soundtrack. And, back in the day, when I was young, it was weird to have Yellow Submarine on two, it was on Revolver, and now it's on, even though it's a soundtrack, I still kind of thought it was a little strange to have that and All You Need Is Love, which was on Magical Mystery Tour, not kind of realizing it's a movie soundtrack, Larry. But there were 4 new songs, and I loved all 4 of the new songs. And I was really disheartened when I would flip over the vinyl, and it was all orchestral music. And I would even kind of go through the songs hoping to hear a vocal, hoping to hear one of the Beatles, but I never did. But it is enjoyable. And yeah, It's All Too Much is probably, well, Hey Bulldog is pretty high in the rankings too. But It's All Too Much is my 5th favorite George Harrison Beatles song. Number 4, this song kicks butt, Old Brown Shoe. number 3. And I think these 3 most of you would agree with as being in the top 3. But maybe your rankings might be a little different. For me, it would be number 3, Here Comes the Sun. Number 2, Something. And number 1, While My Guitar Gently Weeps. I know, it's a big shocker. And as some of you know, I did do a Beatles ranking of all of their songs a couple of years ago. Individual. I was also thinking that recently, thinking I actually did separate videos for each Beatles song, ranking them, and that took a long time. It's like, I wouldn't do that now. That's crazy. I'm too old for that. But you know, if you compared these songs to where they are in that ranking from 2 years ago, you might see some differences. But that's the way, you know, every year you listen to music and you have favorites and they become less favored, and you appreciate other songs you didn't appreciate as much in the past. So it always kind of fluctuates a bit. But that's as of today. These are my 22 George Harrison Beatles songs ranked from least favorite to favorite, or worst to best. So I'd love your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.